Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm G&G, and in today's episode of Sleeping Giant we are starting our Europa League campaign away in Florence against Fiorentina, and then we have a home league game against Lille where we're hoping to add some more points onto the board. And since the last episode we've played 3 league games, and our poor start to the season continued with a terrible performance away to Nantes. Palacios came back from injury in this game and got injured again inside 8 minutes. He's missed all the games up until today since then, and we fell behind on 23 minutes. Never looked like equalising despite having lots of possession, and that was 3 games played in the league, no goals scored and no wins. So a really bad start to our season. Thankfully we responded in the next game at home to Strasbourg, a 2-0 win. Bazdar getting our first league goal of the season on 9 minutes. He then set up Moreno for the second, those two linking up really well again up front, and we held on to that 2-0 win. So that was our first win of the season. Then we had an international break before coming back into our fierce derby against Toulouse away, and we came away with a 3-1 win here. Fell behind early on, but Bazdar equalised. Then Moreno put us ahead just before half time, and with 15 minutes to go Bazdar made it 3-1, and we held on for a really good win. Our best performance of the season with lots of green ratings. And if we look at the league table, those 2 wins shot us right up the table. We're in 6th position, a point behind Nantes, the only team to beat us, and only a point behind Nice in the final Champions League spot. Getting back into the Champions League is definitely the aim for this season, and we are right in the mix early on, which is good to see. As I said, we are starting our Europa League campaign against Fiorentina, and if I just bring up our Europa League fixtures here, you'll see we have a mixture of tough ties and some winnable ones, I'd say. So we start with Fiorentina away, we'll play Lugano at home, then AEK Athens away, Sevilla at home, Hearts of Scotland at home, and then we finish up with back-to-back games against British teams, playing Wolves at home and Rangers away at Ibrox. So yeah, I think we have a chance of getting through to just get all the fixtures back up. Chance of getting through to the knockout stages, which would be our aim. I'm not taking the Europa League completely seriously. We will rotate the team for some games. I want to get back to the Champions League in the league, so players may be rested for Europa League games. Not for today's game though. Away against Fiorentina, we need our strongest team, and we are going with this lineup. This is the team that has got wins. Moreno starts. Palacios is back fit on the bench, but he isn't fit to start. I don't want to risk him given that he's got a lot of injuries early on. And one other thing of note is Opoku is not happy. We got a bid on deadline day for him from Marseille. I rejected it because I didn't want to sell our best defender to probably one of our rivals for a Champions League spot. He's unhappy because he wanted to play Champions League football, but he'll have to just get over it for now. I would have sold him to a club outside of France, but Marseille were the only ones to bid. So that's the lineup for this game against Fiorentina. Let's get the kick-off. On the way here in the Europa League for this season against Fiorentina, can we get something on the road to kick off our league phase? This is of course the new format for the Europa League, and we will hopefully finish inside the spots to get through at least to the playoff round for the knockout stages, and maybe we could sneak into going straight into the last 16. 5 minutes gone here in Florence. It's 0-0. First highlight here, Brandon Williams intercepting a ball there. Onahai pouncing on it now. Can he go forward? Lafay has lots of space here. Can Lafay pick out one of the strikers? Has to cut back to Del Prato, the Italian, coming back to Italy here. He gets past his man, gets a cross in towards Bazdar, gets up, Bazdar! Just wide. Good header from Bazdar, good cross from Del Prato, but the chance is missed. 14 minutes gone, 0-0. Ball played forward, but Fiorentina cut it out, so they'll come on the attack now. Ball over the top, good defending from Del Prato. Viatic then heads it down, but it falls to a Fiorentina player on the edge of the box. Oh, almost curled that one in. That would have been a lovely goal for them. Thankfully, it goes wide. Throw in for Fiorentina, and they try and come down this side. We will try and keep them pinned in here and win it back, can we? Opoku dives in. Oh, is this a penalty? It's going to VAR. He dived in to try and win the ball. Could he have just stood his man up? I'm not sure. It's going to VAR, and these are almost always given. So it's likely to be a penalty, and it is. So Fiorentina have a penalty here. Oh, just after the half-hour mark. Can Muric bail us out with a big save? And Fiorentina's Gonzalez steps back. Muric does save it. Yes! Huge save from Muric. Ball goes out. Goal kick. No, the corner actually. Bukele booted it out of play for a corner. Huge save from Muric. Keeps us level here. We have to now defend the corner. Will be worst thing to concede straight from the corner. Muric again. Brilliant from our keeper. Oh, what a few minutes he's had. Penalty save then claiming that corner. 33 minutes gone. it's 0-0. Ball with the Fiorentina keeper. We are into 1 minute of added time at the end of this half. 0-0 after that penalty save. We'll take that. And can we even sneak ahead? Here's Lafay, who's picked up a knock. He may come off at half time. Moreno plays through Onahai. Onahai 1-1 with the keeper. Onahai, yes! We're 1-0 up just on half time. Onahai just about puts it through. And we go ahead here in Florence right on the half time whistle. And that is huge for us. We could have been behind from that penalty, but we're going to go in ahead. Moreno, a lovely through ball. Onahai continued his run. Not a great first touch, but his second one past the keeper just about did enough. And that is huge for us to go in at half time. We're going to go ahead. As I said, Enzo Lafay picked up a knock. He's probably going to come off at half time. But we go in 1-0 up. Back on the way for the second half. Mariba has come on for Lafay. And, well, what an end to that half. Getting ahead. Now we need to go and hold on to this lead. A huge win this would be away from home to start our Europa League campaign. And, yeah, could Fiorentina's heads go down after missing the penalty and then falling behind. Let's hope we can take advantage of any bit of lack of confidence they have now. Coming up to 5 minutes gone of this second half, we are 1-0 up. First highlight of this second half is a free kick for us, and it will be Barbet to take it. He's just come off the bench for Brandon Williams. Could he put us 2-0 up? Barbet takes it. Oh, just goes wide. That was so close for a second goal for us. 15 minutes to go. We stay 1-0 up. Barbet with a free kick again. Takes the shot to Onahai. Has a bit of space. Takes the shot. Oh, what a goal. Oh, what a goal that is. Onahai from miles out. Not sure what their keeper was doing, but who cares? That's surely the 3 points wrapped up here, and a perfect start to our Europa League campaign. Barbet with the free kick, short to Onahai. He takes the shot. We don't see it go in. We do eventually. But wow, what a goal that is. Onahai puts us 2-0 up with 8 minutes to go. Full-time whistle goes here, and we start our Europa League campaign with an away win in Florence. 2-0 win. Both goals from Onahai. And a great performance. Maybe got a bit of luck with a penalty save, but we took advantage of it, and that is a great start. A tough away trip in the Europa League. We are up and running in 8th position there with 3 points after one game, and now we can turn our focus back to the league and that home tie against Lille. So here we are 3 days on from that win in Florence, and we are taking on Lille at home, and we've had to make some changes to the team. Thorsby is suspended for this game, so Sissoko comes in. Enzo Lafay has that knock he picked up, not fit enough to start, so Mariba comes in. Onahai struggling for fitness, he drops to the bench too, so Piriguel comes in. So our midfield three has changed. Macon comes in at right wing back instead of Del Prato, who was also struggling for fitness, and Vitic drops to the bench with Barbet coming in again just to get fresh legs in there, and Palacios will start up front as we try and get him back to fitness after his early season injury problems. So that is the lineup we are going with. Let's hope for another league win. On the way for this home game against Lille in the league, and hopefully we can keep our good form of late going. We have responded to our poor start, got ourselves back up the table, and another 3 points here would really keep us in contention for that Champions League spot. 5 minutes gone, it's 0-0. First highlight here coming just before half time is a corner kick for Lille. Oh, they smashed it against the crossbar. Oh, terrible defending from us from that corner. We get away with it thanks to the help of the woodwork. As we go into 1 minute of extra time at the end of this half. There is half time. A terrible half of football from both teams. Lille almost taking the lead at the end there. Neither team creating much, only that chance for Lille at the end, pushing up their XG. We really need to improve what we create in the second half. Back on the way here, and as I said, we need to create more. We've had a good bit of possession, but just our XG of 0.12 is just showing how terrible we have been at creating it. Probably lacking a little in midfield without Lafay and Onahai, but hopefully we can create a bit more, and we just need to take a chance in this half, and hopefully then we can see out for 3 points. Coming up to 5 minutes gone of the second half, it's still 0-0. First highlight of the second half comes with 2 minutes remaining. It's been an awful game, but here's Pablo Moreno getting over the top into Bajai. Oh, brilliant block from their defender. Bajai looked like he was going to win it for us. Oh, chance created. We do have the corner. It will be Enzo Lafay who's come off the bench to take it. 3 minutes of injury time to go. Could we score from this set piece to nick 3 points here? Here comes into the middle of the box. It's headed clear by Lille, and that would probably be the end of the highlight. Macon intercepts there to stop a counter attack. Onahai, Barbet, and that is the end of the highlight. So it's been an awful game of football. We've just had 2 highlights in the 90 minutes. Both teams could have got a goal in those highlights, so I think a point shared is probably the fair result in this game. It will be another clean sheet for us. but it will be another game without scoring as well, which is a bit of a worry. Palacios did get through 75 minutes and played reasonably well, so that's good to see. And it's another point, I suppose, another game unbeaten. We've only lost one at the start of the season, but sadly this will be our third 0-0 draw of the season so far, so that is a bit disappointing in terms of scoring goals. There is the final whistle. It is a 0-0 draw, an awful game of football. The fans will be glad to have seen that final whistle. We'll take the point and move on. So after that draw, we sit in 6th position in the league on 9 points, same points as Monaco and Nantes. We are 1 point behind Nice in the Champions League spot, 3 points behind Nice in the Champions League spot. So that gap has opened a little, but hopefully now we can go on a bit of a run of form and get ourselves into this season properly. PSG stretching out at the top of the table, 4 points clear of Marseille, 6 from 6 for them. And good to see our rivals Toulouse bottom of the table and facing relegation if things stay as they are. So that's always good to see. So in terms of the next episode, we will come back for a Europa League game against Sevilla and a league game against Montpellier. We do have a number of games in between then, League and Europa League. So yeah, and we are taking on PSG in that time, so that will be our first game against them. So hopefully we could nick something in that game and have a boost going into the Europa League tie at home to Sevilla. If you did enjoy today's episode, please drop a like on the video. Great to get more likes on them and see people are enjoying the series. Don't forget to leave any feedback you have in the comments. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel to grow and helps you to make sure you don't miss any videos that are posted. Videos are posted Monday to Friday, 6 PM Irish time. And subscribe and make sure you get the notification. There is a playlist on the channel as well if you want to catch up on anything we've done so far. So until the next episode, please take it easy.